Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for this reading with messages for the new moon in Aquarius and just for Aquarius season. So there is a lot of, wonderful energy happening right now. A lot of, everything, a lot of the, what is it called? Like the sky phenomena is going direct. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, but it's there's a lot of supportive energy right now for really charging forward, with, wishes that you're trying to, make come true, things that you've been sitting on, that you've been contemplating, right? Like it's a time to be innovative and try new things, so for this reading, even if you're not following the moon cycles, or if you're listening to this at a point outside of, Aquarius season or whatever, I hope there can still be messages for you. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the reading that I'm doing here. All right. So I am asking, I'm going to be starting with like an energy check. So in that energy check, I will be, pulling a card from, the star codes, Astro over here, Oracle, and asking about, like what you've been contemplating, what is the, the energy that you've been sitting in currently. And then if that part resonates with you, then you'll know that the rest of the reading is for you. Okay. And then for the rest, I'll be asking about, where you need to be thinking outside the box and some action steps that you can be taking in order to, manifest your dreams, right? Like have your wishes come true, to work with this supportive energy that the universe is currently offering us, in order to really, get what you want here. All right. I will wrap up with, another 3 cards to ask about, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of you stepping outside of this box? What are the benefits of you thinking a little bit differently this season? Like what can come from this? So, and ultimately, we'll ask for some messages from the Moonology Oracle over here. And I hope that made sense. All right. If you have any questions about the spread or what I'm doing, please feel free to ask me. All right. I hope that made sense. So like, full disclosure, I just haven't been feeling very well. Not that you asked, but yeah, so I'm trying to get, back on track here. But I'm still feeling a little, foggy headed and just not the best right now. So thank you for bearing with me. And I hope that, you know, um, that I'm still delivering messages that, that are supportive of your journey here. All right. So that being said, let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles. I will be doing 3 piles, and I chose the star card here because it represents Aquarian energy, and this is a reading for, the new moon and for Aquarius season. And just to really indicate, like the universe having our back right now and really trying to get us to move forward and charge forward. And I hope that all of y'all's wishes are getting granted out here. Okay. But that being said, we still need to put in some work. All right. So that's what this reading's all about. All right. I'm gonna stop ranting. I said I was gonna introduce you to the piles, so let me go ahead and do that. All right. So for pile number 1, I will be using the Luna Soul Tarot. And this is the star card from the Luna Soul Tarot. Can you see that okay? For pile number 2, I will be using the Modern Witch Tarot. And this is the star card for the Modern Witch Tarot. And for pile number 3, I'll be using the Pamela Coleman Smith or the Rider-Waite Tarot. And this is the star card. So go ahead and choose your pile, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you so much. Hi, pile number 1, and those of you who chose the Luna Soul Tarot, welcome to your reading. I'm starting here with the Star Codes Astro Oracle to ask about you know, like the energy that you've been contemplating. This first part of the reading is going to be, you know, a sort of energy check, so that if this part resonates with you, then you know you're at the right reading. Oh my, sorry. Oh my goodness. If this part of the reading resonates with you, then you know you're at the right reading. And if it doesn't, I would say check out a different pile, all right? Sorry, the reason I freaked out a little bit was because we do have, and trust me, I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled this deck. Because it's, anyway, the point is Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Cups, all right? What else can I say other than, you know, you do have the reversals here, all right? But you are thinking of this new beginning in love, all right? Like there might be something that you're about getting ready to communicate with this third house being present here, all right? It is the house of communication. You do have the number 41 here, so 41 might be significant for some of you. Maybe you're around that age. It could also be the energy of 5. 4 and 1 is 5, which is an energy of change, okay? So something I'm going to say, like there might be some miscommunication or something that you're trying to communicate with someone. I'm just going to say this, all right? This very much feels like the things that you've been contemplating are definitely around love, okay? So if love isn't this wish that you're trying to manifest, if love isn't you know, like what you're contemplating right now, or a romantic relationship, then this is not going to be for you, okay? Like, because these are the messages that I'm getting, all right? It's about, I'm getting, like, there might be some miscommunication. There might be some mishaps here that are coming out of whack, like, or that are out of whack. Sorry. So like that's what you are thinking, right, about this new beginning, how to make it right. And you know, with this communication card, like you are being asked to think about like I'm getting communication styles, challenging your perspectives, okay? So for those of you that are dealing with a person, you know, really making sure that you are taking the time to listen and explain what you're saying, right? I'm getting like, you know, like what's that strategy of like, you know, you say something and then the person echoes it back to you, just to make sure that you actually heard what the other person was saying, right? Like, or making sure that you are, you know, even like assessing, you know, how did you learn to communicate, you know, or you know, your like your styles of communication, right? Like your preferred way of receiving information, all right? But just really, I mean, for some of you, it might just be even just expressing yourself to this person, all right? Sorry, so like, if you're with a person, right? But if you're not with a person, I'm also getting that this relates to you know, with you dealing with new people, right? Like people that you might be dating, or people that you might encounter, right? This assessment of your own communication styles over here, all right? I am gonna say that for some of you, you might have this very withholding, emotionally withholding energy or background or kind of history here, all right? Because of the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups reversed, I'm getting, you know, this need for you to balance your divine and masculine energy as well, you know, and I say this regardless of gender, right? It's just like about the energies, right, that the you know, the archetypes here, you know, because you do have the counterparts, and I am getting that you have this you know, this counterpart, this divine like relationship, like trying to find you over here, you know, but there is some work that you need to do within yourself, and that's what you've been thinking about, right? How do, I'm also getting like this energy of like you know, how do you be your own counterpart, and how do you bring your fulfillment to yourself, right, so that you can welcome in somebody else that's, you know, like not only just gonna complete you, right, but like complement you and elevate you, right, like that sort of thing, okay? You know, because like with these reversals over here, there is this need, right, to address them, right? And what I'm really getting over here is you know, with the Queen of Cups being reversed, putting love into yourself, right? Making sure that you are addressing your self-love. Like maybe that's what you've been trying to think about. Like, how do you actually love yourself, right? Because, you know, like sometimes we can get a little bit confused about what self-love is, you know, like we confuse it with overindulgence, or we confuse it with, I don't know, right? Like, you know, so like, what does that actually look like for you? And then with the King of Cups over here, in the heart space, you know, like the message that I'm getting is like, it's like maybe like you've been able to charge forward, but you haven't been really good at, you know, presenting your love before. Maybe you're afraid to share your emotions with people, right? Or you're afraid, like it's like you want to charge forward, but maybe you don't know how to truly offer this cup, right? Like how to express that, right? So that's something that you know, like if that's what you've been contemplating, then you're at the right reading, all right? Because mentally you're over here really, really wanting this new opportunity. All right, so let's get further into this. I'm gonna leave these off to the side and see where do you need to think outside the box in order to welcome in this new love this is trying to find you here. All right, wow, sorry, I can't get over this. All right, just like the Ace of Cups and the counterparts here. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna say yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot of like really talking about your feelings energy, you know, like communicating with love, really. Yeah, sorry. Just all right. So, okay, let's get into this. Wow. All right. So, where do you need to think outside the box and what are the actions that you need to take? All right, I am gonna say sorry. It's just I see the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords as actions over here. You do have the Six of Pentacles. Sorry, like okay, sorry. The reason is just because of the communication energy. All right, like really, what you know, because these are the action steps, and it's like what I was saying about, like you need to talk. Okay, like you need to share your ideas. You need to share what you've been thinking about. You need to actually charge forward and just kind of like get things done. I'm almost getting that you're like looking back and try to almost like run away, you know, be careful that you're not reverting, right, and all the progress that you've made. Okay, so like I guess I'm gonna start on this side because that's kind of where I started. All right, so this is like for yeah, I mean, I'm reading holistically, okay, but like I did assign this to be like more of a mental, spiritual part. So mentally, right, like you want to talk, like you want to share something, right? So whether this is something toward a person that you're trying to address, right, like that you're trying to kind of help this relationship get back on track, and you want this new beginning with a new with the person, or you want this like new beginning just with somebody else, right? It's like there's this need for you to communicate, to give talking a chance, right? To give expressing your feelings. And like I said, I'm getting expressing, you know, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, right? Make sure that you're actually talking about your emotions, what you want, right? This need to combine, you know, like your spiritual and your material realms, right? Like what do you want spiritually? What do you want physically? Like how do you want to combine your feelings with your actions, with like your worlds that you want to merge with this person? Because you have the Hierophant here, which is like also a card of marriage, right? So there is you know, for some of you, like you might have that on your mind and you want to tell your person, but maybe you don't know how to say that, right? You don't know how to share like what you want with this person. So there's this need to like, you know, if you've been contemplating it and you know what you want, right, like move forward and share it, right? But for some of you, you know, because it's about like the thinking outside the box, I'm getting some of you maybe like you didn't think that you wanted to get married, and all of a sudden, right, you have marriage on the mind, right? Or for some of you, it might be like your ideas around marriage might be unconventional, right? So it's kind of like share that, vocalize that, right? But I'm getting this you know, think outside the box about, in the sense of like about what your traditional perceptions, right, of like what a union might have been, right? And like talk to your person about it. Or if you're on the single end, right, like, you know, it's almost about like questioning the traditions, right? Like, are you so and I'm not saying, how do I say this, if it feels right for you, then obviously do what feels right for you, right? But the message that I'm getting is like, are you following something just because it was taught to you, and you were taught that that's what you needed, or is it because it's genuinely what you want, right? So there is this need for you to delve into that mentally, right? Like to mentally like sit down with your thoughts and kind of consider, you know, like what is it that that you really want, right? And is it because it was subscribed to you, or is it because it feels authentic to your needs, you know? So sorry about that. That was gross. I'm so sorry. I've just not been feeling well. But yeah, like your heart space over here, there are these challenges. You're being asked to charge forward. All right, like I'm getting also like, don't be so much on the defense over here. Like for some of you with the 501s, I'm just gonna say that I am getting that some of these struggles with like processing and what you want, and moving on with this, like your romantic relationship might be coming from family struggles, is actually something that I'm getting. This could be, if you're in a union with someone, it could be like from your like respective families, or it could just be the roots and patterns of your family, how it's affecting you, as and how you show up in relationships, for those of you that are not in union, right? So, or regardless, but there is this need, right, to kind of let go of those past things that have been hurting you, is what I'm getting, right? Like kind of like practice standing your ground, and I'm getting like detaching yourself, right? Like moving away from the drama, moving away from, the people that are hurting you, the habits that are hurting you over here, which can be really hard, right? Like to say, especially if it's like family that's hurting you and things like that. Like, I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just reading the energy here, right? And it can be very hard to, like tell a family member no, or to kind of say, that's just not for me, or whatever, right? But that's what I'm getting, that you're being asked to kind of like stand your ground, but almost like in the avoid the drama sort of way. So like stand your ground by walking away for what's best for you, right? Like not confronting them with this reversal. Does that make sense? Right? Like it's not like you're going to be finding someone about their values. Is more of like, you know what, I'm gonna walk away from the situation. Right? And that's how you're gonna stand up for yourself, right? I don't know, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, right, because you're moving forward toward like something new, right? Like with the Knight of Swords, like you're being asked, that's your advice, right, to kind of to charge forward into new territory, is what I'm getting like, stop kind of looking back. That's not true. I'm getting like kind of like assess, like what happened back then, and so that you can fully charge forward into the future, right? Because like there is like this kind of looking back energy, but like, so process it, the struggles over here that are in your heart space, but then after you process them, right, like that's when you'll be able to fully move on from them. In your material realm, you do have the Chariot, the Chariot reversed, and the Six of Pentacles. So with where you need to think outside the box, I'm getting okay, sorry, the message that I got is that the solutions that you seek might be closer than you think. Did that make sense? I hope that makes sense, okay? Sorry, I don't even know what I just said. But yeah, the solutions that you seek might be closer than you think. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Because like what I'm getting is, the Chariot is it's an energy of charging forward, right? Like kind of moving on, finding like solutions elsewhere and things like that. But with this Chariot being reversed as, like where you need to think outside the box, it's almost like this energy of, hey, before you charge forward, like you are going to charge forward and you're going to move forward toward the things that better serve you. Like, yes, right? But I'm getting, don't run away from your problems. I'm getting that there's still some things that you need to face, some, like around you, right? And like I said, it's not like you are, I don't know how to say this, like, it's not like you're being combative. It's not like you're picking fights. It's just, it's more of like a reflection thing of like really thinking about how your surroundings have affected you, or how your upbringing has affected you, right? Like that sort of thing. So before you move forward, there's this need to kind of stop and reflect and assess, so that you can move on more, feeling more empowered, right? Like for having assessed the things that have maybe, harmed you before, right? So like that's that thinking outside the box energy. It's almost like, just like the answers are closer than you think. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that, I hope that makes sense. Let me know. But yeah, and also, with the Six of Pentacles over here, or Six of Discs, sorry. I'm getting, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting like a very receiving energy. I don't know how to explain it. But just like that, it's a time for you to like, like take in. Does that make sense? Like welcome in, like accept things. Right? Like, I don't know, maybe you've been like over giving too much. Maybe you've been over giving too much, and maybe that's where some of that imbalance was coming over here. Or maybe you've been like, I'm getting even like maybe you've been too willing to keep things at peace and not thinking about your needs, and that's why there might have been some sort of imbalance over here, because I'm getting that it's a time for you to like ask for what you need here, okay, like in your material realm. All right, like um that's like the, yeah, like, I mean, I guess I'm getting like communicate your needs. Like, what do you need? What do you, I'm getting like, what do you materially need, right? Because you got pentacles in the earthly realm, right? So like, I don't know, right? Like maybe okay, sorry, just to like kind of give an example here, right? Like if it's, you know, like romantically or something, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, we love each other, but I'm feeling a little bit out of whack, right? Because like I'm constantly having like these fights over here or something. And I want something more stable, right? And it's like, or I need financial support, or I don't know, whatever it is, right? But there's this need for you to kind of vocalize your needs here. All right, sorry, that was like a really wacky um attempt at an example. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I haven't been feeling well. Maybe you haven't been. I don't know. I hope you're feeling way better than I currently am. But yes, okay, so like I'm just getting vocalize your needs, accept that. Like if somebody's trying to offer you something, like accept it. I'm getting that it's a time to accept here, because you might be feeling a little bit unbalanced over here, but you can very much have this, you know, beautiful new beginning, this balanced sense, right? Like, but better communication over here, potentially marriage for some of you, which I'm actually gonna get into here. What do you have to gain? What do you have to gain from like challenging yourself and venturing into these new like endeavors over here? All right, like, or trying new things. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Okay, sorry, I'm like so oh, okay, I'm just gonna show you. You have the 10 of cups in the back of the deck. All right, so I'm just gonna, you know, because like you do have ultimate like fulfillment over here, right? Like more, you know, we started with cups and we ended with cups, you know. So just like full emotional fulfillment, right? Like maybe for some of you, like rekindling of like, you know, of these family struggles and things like that, you know, kind of really coming to an end. You know, with the world, you do have this leveling up energy. Okay, um I'm getting like injustices will be resolved. All right, like what do you have to gain from this? I'm not getting like, so the justice card is reversed here. All right, but I'm not getting it in a bad way, right? Because it is about what do you have to gain if this work happens. So I'm getting that like you'll be able to finally address those issues. You know, things might be a little bit topsy-turvy for a bit until you truly find a balance with your person, or you know, the people that you're kind of seeking out, you know. But ultimately, right, like you will find that balance is what I'm getting. Okay, you know, so like I said, make sure that you are vocalizing your needs over here, you know. With the 8 of Wands reversed, I am getting like some of the perks of you doing this work, right? I'm getting like a slowdown. Like I'm not getting the 8 of Wands reversed in a bad way either. It's like maybe like you not having to feel like you always have to be like on the go sort of thing, you know, emotionally being able to slow down. Like there's this level up energy over here with the world. Okay, for some of you, yeah, I mean, for some of you it's just like the end of a negative cycle. I'm getting, you know, for especially for like those singles over here, is like you're ending something, you're wrapping up cycles of things that no longer serve you and leveling up, right? Like to truly welcome in this energy over here that's trying to find you. You know, like a counterpart of 10 of Cups and Ace of Cups, like come on, look at this. You know, but and then for those of you that are like in a union, it could be about, you know, like a leveling up together. All right, like you're wrapping up maybe like past cycles of hurt over here and moving on to new beginnings, new, you know, like finding your 10 of Cups, you know, like truly working toward that energy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with a message from okay. Sorry, this just like fell out. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. All right, so I'm just gonna say Yeah, right. So like for those of you with the, like, you know how it came out like reversed over here, right? I'm getting like let go of the past, right? Like if it's like, you know, if you're gonna be hanging on to whatever hurt was happening with a person or with yourself, then it's like you need to let it go, all right? Otherwise, it's like, you know, move on in a more positive way, right? Like let go of these struggles, you know, let go of these feelings of injustice that you were feeling. And if you cannot let go of the feelings, and for some of you, it might be about letting go of the person, right? Like if you can't move past that, you know, otherwise it's like this real need to um like focus on the good things and the new beginnings and the leveling up energy over here that's trying to find you. Okay. um all right. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card, and if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything that you feel is toxic, okay? For some of you, however, this card has a different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result, all right? And I'm just gonna say, the end of an argument, grudges are toxic, let something go, all right? So that's what, oh, sorry. Did I not show you the book? Oh, man. I hope the, oh, sorry. I meant to show you, but okay. Oops. All right. So, yeah, like, yep. You know what? I'm just going to leave it there. I hope that made sense. If anything resonated, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. And thank you so much for being here. Hi, pile number 2, and those of you who chose the star from the Modern Witch Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Star Codes Astro oracle here to delve a little bit more into, you know, the energy, you know, what you've been contemplating. So this will be kind of an energy check here so that you can decide whether this reading is going to be for you or not. If this part of the reading does not make sense for you, then I would say check out a different pile, or, you know, yeah, or a different reading. But all right, so what have you been contemplating? What have you been working for? What have you been trying to manifest, or what kind of wish have you been trying to get granted? Well, I am getting interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna say there's an inner transformation taking place within you, okay? With Uranus and change, with the tower, all right? Like, I'm getting like you are ready. You're ready to heal, right? Like you're ready to like charge forward, like get your wishes. Some of you, I'm just gonna say, some of you might be going through like a marriage separation or like a divorce or something like that, and like you're ready to move on to like find your real self. Okay, some of you might be going through a move, like a physical move, but ultimately like there's just like that transformation. So it's interesting, like, so you have the tower reversed here, which to me screams inner transformation, but I am also getting a sense of, how do I say this, it's like I don't, okay, I'm not getting that you are gonna be going through anything harsh. Like I'm getting that physically in the material realm, I'm getting that like something happened, all right, that shook up your world, okay? Like this tower energy is in the past, okay? And then with this Uranus energy over here as well, okay? I don't know, maybe you were 25 when it happened. That might, sorry, I just see the 25 here, very, you know, prevalent. That might be a significant number for some of you. Okay, but Uranus is an energy of things coming into your world and shaking things up for your greater good, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable energy. Okay, so for some of you, right, like you might have just had a straight up tower moment where things fell apart, where your whole life got destroyed. Like I said, some of you could have been a separation, some of you could have been like a forced move, some of you, um I'm getting job loss for some of you, okay, like home falling apart, you know, like that sort of thing. So now you're trying to rebuild, right? So it's like you're done with the material losses, you're charging forward, you're trying to take care of business over here. Like just the butterfly imagery is like the rebirth, right? The tower collapsing is like now you're gonna get to rebuild. I'm getting a little bit stuck in how to get going with that, right? But ultimately, it's like all of these external changes that happen are leading to this internal change within you that's gonna help you, be in this, charging forward, taking care of business energy right here. Okay, so that is the initial energy that I'm getting here, if that made sense. Let's move on to like, where do you need to think outside the box to start getting, this transformation going, or these wishes granted over here. And what do you need to do, to kind of bring it into fruition here? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. You have the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. Okay, you have Judgment. Yeah. Sorry, just, yep, like a new version of you is arising, awakening here. Okay, wow, more pentacles. Okay, oh, 2 knights. Oh goodness. Okay, and more pentacles, of course. All right. So yeah. Okay, what do you have? Where can you think outside the box? All right, so with the Two of Pentacles, okay, there are things that you're not balancing. For some of you, this could be, yeah, I mean, sorry, like there are things out of whack in your life. Okay, sorry, I was gonna say, for some of you it could just very much be your material resources. All right, like this isn't your material like realm space. Okay, but I'm getting more like, what you're not balancing is like your desires with your actions. Does that make sense? Right? Like, it's like you want to do something, but you're not really acting on it. Okay, like that's some of that imbalance over here. The King of Pentacles in your heart space is like, are you like, you want this new change, you want to be taking care of business, but I'm getting that like you're not making the smartest choices. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry to say this. Okay. But yeah, like, um okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like, for some of you, I'm getting an energy of, maybe even being a little too greedy, maybe taking I don't know how to say this, like, because it sounds kind of mean, but like, because you should be taking care of yourself, but like, be careful that you're not doing so in a way that's hurting others, all right, or in a way that's harmful to other people. Because the King of Pentacles, takes care of themselves and others in their kingdom and everything, right? But it can be like, it's like a very giving energy, like it's also nurturing, it's also, like, supportive, right? But with the reversal over here, it's like I'm getting that all of that, nurturing growth and like all that hard working energy has been going toward you, and that's great. You should be taking care of yourself, but I'm getting that you're being asked to explore that. Like, maybe that's kind of like the imbalance over here in your material realm. Okay, so like, there's something that you're being asked with this Knight of Swords here to move toward to, like, toward for, for some of you. Sorry, I just saw like, it feels like this Knight of Swords over here is walking toward or running, charging toward this Knight of Pentacles. And it's really interesting because like the Knight of Swords is like the fastest knight and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. Okay, but I'm getting that like you're being asked to charge towards something. It could be a person. I'm just gonna throw this out there, all right? Just because like you have 2 kings over here and then you have 2 knights. So especially like queer fam here, like I'm just getting like an energy of, it could be a person. Okay, I'm not getting, like I said, so those of you that are kind of coming from a divorce or something like that, I'm not getting run back to that same old person. Okay, but it's, oh yeah, interesting. Sorry. Okay, 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 I'm gonna stick with this message just because it's just like screaming at me right now. All right, for some of you, this is very much you dealing with a person, okay? Because like over here you had the King of Swords and then the King of Pentacles over here where you need to think differently, okay? So and then you have the Swords and the Pentacles suit again, but in the Knight form as your advice, okay? So I'm getting this energy of needing to slow down but still charging forward. I'm getting like, how do I say this? Like you might have been having to take a couple of L's here. I mean, like a couple of losses or, you know, and that's causing you to be some frustrations. But I'm getting the message of like, yeah, like that's the discomfort. That's like the outside of the box thinking that you need to do, that you actually need to be a little frustrated. You actually need to have a couple of setbacks over here. You actually need to, I'm not getting like, take a step back, but it's like be open to this tower collapsing, you know. And it's like this tower collapsing might have, you know, messed up your kingdom over here, you know. It's like rather than being, you know, you want to be in this King of Swords energy, but it's like now you feel like a disheveled King of Pentacles or a King of Pentacles who can't provide, or a just like not strong enough king over here. But it's like you need to be open to that. It's like, it's, sorry, this is like really interesting. It's like, sorry, I keep saying like a lot, but you need to be okay with the getting knocked down a few pegs sort of energy. Does that make sense? I mean, I know that it doesn't make sense, right? But like that's the message that I'm getting, because like there's something, and I'm gonna get into the tarot right now to see like what is this thinking outside the box gonna bring you, okay? Because there is this need for you to like, right, because like this is your advice, right? Like you are charging forward towards something, but I'm getting like you need to work a little bit slower, okay? Like in your, like your heart is kind of ready to go, mentally you're frustrated, right? And it's like, but this is what you need to welcome in. You need to be okay with these you know, frustrations, okay? It's good that your heart is trying to get the work done, but in your physical realm, like you need to be slow and steady, okay? So like even if you're excited about something or whatever, right? Like you need to be slow and steady. Like you need to start slow. Like you need to materialize things carefully, okay? Like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm so sorry, pile number 2. I hope that makes sense, because like I think I'm just repeating myself, so I'm gonna get into like the rest of the tarot, like, or the messages, because like the message itself feels a little weird, right? Like why do you need to do this to yourself? Like why do you need to, you know, like slow down, or almost like what's it called, like a demotion? Yeah, like getting demoted. It's like life demoted you, but why do you need to welcome it? Okay. So let me ask, all right? What is the, you know, what are the good things about this? What are the good things about welcoming in this energy? Okay. All right. Okay. You have another Knight. You have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. So, all right. Good things about welcoming this in. All right. I'm getting, okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, I'm getting with the Knight of Cups, you're going to be learning how to take care of yourself, okay? So like this demotion might not be the most comfortable, but I'm getting, you know, maybe you've been kind of charging forward, sharing your cup, really like focus on too much on other people, you know, but you're being asked here to focus on filling your own cup, all right? That's why the Knight of Cups is reversed to me here, because in your material realm is like, you know what, stop worrying about what other people are doing and start worrying about yourself, okay? Like for some of you, yeah, like especially with, because I know I was getting like, you know, with the 2 kings over here and the 2 knights, it's like maybe that's been like taking too much of your time, you know, like partnerships or relationships or something. And, you know, especially those of you that have maybe went through a big separation and stuff, is like that's just been consuming you. So there's this need for you to kind of take a step back, right, with this Knight going from king to knight energy, and learn how to love yourself again, all right, or learn how to love yourself, period. with the Wheel of Fortune in your heart space, I'm getting learning. All right, learning. You're gonna be learning from these experiences. There's a lot that you have to learn from, like this, what was it, demotion, what that I called it, or whatever, right? But like from this kind of taking a step back from this tower moment, this transformation that's happening. You know, it's not going to be the most comfortable, right? Like we all want to see the Wheel of Fortune right side up and be like, yep, good luck, yeah, great things. But the good thing that's going to come from this is that you're going to have an opportunity to learn about yourself, learn about life, learn about how to move forward stronger, learn how to move forward more strategically as well, how to deal with these changes that kind of are coming in and messing up your life and stuff. It's like you're gonna be just really like, it's gonna help you navigate the future events better. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Okay. All right. But yeah, and then mentally, what do you have to gain? Queen of Pentacles, like really, you're gonna ultimately be stronger. It's funny, like you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I like the Queen. I might be biased over here, right? But we have like all these pentacles over here. So your material realm is really in this rehaul. Like that's what I'm getting. That it's like, as you're going through this, yeah, right? Because it's like yeah, that's what I was getting earlier, that you were going through these big changes that kind of messed up your life a little bit. And now you're going through this internal transformation. So things might be a little bit messed up externally and all that. And, there's like that demotion or whatever. And what I was going to say though is like, because of all the pentacles that we were getting, it's like your material realm is going through this rehaul. And I was going to say that you have the Queen of Pentacles over here in your mental space / spiritual space, like as a benefit. And that's just so beautiful to me. Okay. Like that is, you know, I like it better than King of Pentacles energy, okay? I'm just going to say it feels a little bit more balanced to me because the Queen of Pentacles stills. The Queen of Pentacles still, sorry, takes care of business. Sorry, I get excited. Maybe you're excited. I hope you're excited. I don't know. I mean, about good things eventually coming your way, all right? Like, just know that, this is temporary. Like this discomfort that it feels like you're in right now is temporary. Like you're ultimately going to be like taking care of yourself, taking care of business, taking care of others, even like, or like, not that you have to, right? But like you're going to be doing so well that you would be able to do that if you wanted to. Okay. Like things are going to get, things are going to get started. Things are going to get going for you. Okay. Like, I don't know if you heard that car start. All right. But like things are going to happen here. Okay. And the State of Wands just kind of, reminded me of that. All right. And so that is, the good thing about, being okay with this temporary setback. There you go, setback. That was probably the word that I was looking for earlier. Like knowing that this is temporary, that ultimately like you are going to rise up, stronger and awakened, right? Like Judgment over here. I don't think I got into that, right? But, like a new version of you is rising right now, okay? Like a stronger version of you, a better version of you, all right? Like that is what, is coming to fruition over here this season. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with a message from the moon. You do have believe in the impossible. Blue moon. I'm just going to say believe in the impossible. Can I just wrap it up there? No, I'm just kidding. I want to read from the book because I should, because I wanted to. All right. Do things just because you want to, okay? Little side message. Sorry, I always struggle with this book. I don't know why I can't just get the hang of it. I always forget. And really, I'm like starting to wonder if I should just tell you what I'm getting. But there's like, the messages that I'm getting in my brain, or in my head, or in my, I don't know. See, never mind. All right. So, as the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance that something went off could be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking for too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you can convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams, okay? So don't miss out on any chances, okay? Like welcome in this transformation, all right? Like things are gonna start looking up over here. The universe is gonna have your back, okay? So believe in the impossible. Yeah. Like, know that these setbacks over here are temporary, okay? Woohoo! Good things. Go and make your wish. Pile number 2. If anything resonated, please feel free to leave me a like or a comment. Any feedback really helps. I would appreciate, any feedback. And thank you so much for your support. And all right, hope you have fun making that wish. Hi, pile number 3, or those of you who chose the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot or Rider-Waite Tarot. All right, so you do have, I'm starting over here with the Star Codes Astro Oracle to ask about, and, I'm going to pull the initial spread. It's going to be sort of an energy check, and I'm asking about, what have you been contemplating? What's been on your mind? The energy that you've been sitting in, and if this part resonates with you, then you know that you're at the right reading, all right? If this part does not resonate with you, then I would say check out a different pile or maybe even a different reading, okay? All right, so what do we have here so far? You have the number 20, you have Mercury, and messages, okay? Then you have the Fool, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So, I'm just gonna say, okay, so I'm gonna start with the tarot and then kind of delve into this because it's like there's this beginning that you've been resisting, okay? Like your Ace and your Fool are reversed, all right? And you're feeling frustrated as a result from that, okay? You're like, okay, like I want to get something started, but I'm getting, I'm getting almost like not even know where to get started. It's like maybe you feel like you've done some work. Maybe you feel like you've been putting effort into something and you're not reaping any rewards yet. And I'm sorry. I'm not like, I'm sorry, okay? I hope for what I'm gonna say, but have you actually been putting enough effort into something, okay? Like, are you actually, what is the work that you've been doing? And if the answer is yes, right, then what I say doesn't matter, right? Like, you know that you've been working hard and right? Like, what's up? But, like, I am getting this kind of sort of, reality check of like, what is the seed that you've been planting? Did you actually plant the seed? Because the message that I'm getting with the Ace of Pentacles being in your mental, spiritual space is that you've been thinking about this, but you haven't actually materialized it, right? You're resisting something. I'm getting that you're resisting letting go of something. And that's ultimately what's keeping you from bringing this Ace of Pentacles, this little seed, into your material realm, right? Like you're trying to start something, but I'm getting that you don't know how. So it's like, this frustration is almost premature is what it feels like. Like you still have to do a little bit more work, okay? You still have to actually, create some plans and act on them, all right? But now to move on to this Mercury, I'm getting that you need to talk to people, right? Like you need to communicate with others. You need to ask for support is what I'm getting, all right? With Mercury and messages, I'm getting reach out to people that might have some insight into what it is that you're trying to accomplish. What is this wish that you're trying to fulfill? What is this, energy that you're trying to manifest here? Because I'm getting that by communicating your needs and your wants, that's how you're going to be able to receive that support, because it's not that you can't do it by yourself. Of course you could do it by yourself if you wanted to, but I'm getting that it would just be a lot easier to have support from somebody else over here, to help you get started, right? Like maybe that's what you need, maybe you just need some, it could be like physical support, like material support. It could be financial support. It could be emotional support, it could just be support processing this idea, right? But I am getting this energy of communicating, all right? Like I'm also getting, with the Mercury energy of doing some research, right? Of learning about what it is that you want to do, okay? Like being a little bit more strategic. I don't know if strategic is quite the term, right? But like I am getting this energy of you haven't been putting as much effort as you think you have into this. So like there's still a little bit more work to do, and it could revolve around connecting with other people, or learning about what it is that you're trying to do. So for example, right, like if you're trying to get a new job because there's like this material thing, right, it's like, okay, well, you know, what do you need to find out about the job? What do you need to find out about what they're looking for? If you're starting a new project, right, like what goes into the project, right? I'm getting like, I'm even getting like what's gonna be the like the starting costs and like whatever, right? Like if you're thinking about moving, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Like to actually even maybe do the research that goes along with taking the first step. Okay, anyway. Sorry, that was quite ranty, but thank you, Pile. Number 3, if that made sense, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to where do you need to step outside of your comfort zone, although I kind of have an idea where this is going. All right, let's see though. I'm getting that. Okay, wow. All right. Oh goodness God. Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay. Look at you. Hmm. I am going to say that Capricorn might be significant here just because we have Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. You have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, which is more Capricorn energy, okay? This would just be generic fire. That would be Aries, and that would be Six of Swords. What is that? Aquarius? All right, sorry, you know, just to throw stuff out there. But sorry, like really what stood out to me was Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, for some of you, your Mercury might be in Capricorn. For some of you, I don't know, like that just might be a dominant energy in your charts here, okay? But all right, so where do you need to step out of your comfort zone? Wow, I don't even, whew. Okay, so this resistance, all right, I'm gonna start here. This resistance, I'm getting that the reason that you're not welcoming in this new beginning is because you are holding on to things, okay? Like you have double resistance over here with the Six of Swords being reversed, right? It's like you are being asked to charge forward and let go. But you're holding on to something. I'm getting, you know, not in, you know, sometimes we hold on to things that, oh, sorry. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Am I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. But like you're holding on to things that you've worked hard for, right? Rightfully, because sometimes, you know, it takes so much effort to, you know, like maybe you've previously, you know, like, you know, yeah, you're trying to get all these other pentacles over here, but it's like, but it took me so long to get these 4, right? Like, how am I just gonna let go of them? But I'm getting that you're being asked to, you know, take a couple of risks here, right? Like be okay with that. And what does that look like? For some of you, I'm getting, it's interesting. Like for some of you, I'm getting like assessing the journey that you've been on. All right. So like, you know, you know, okay, what I'm getting is that you need to get out of like you stepping out of your box is going to be a lot about reflection, right? So like kind of almost thinking about like what you've moved on for, like really stopping to recognize the progress that you've made. So if you've previously had to, you know, move on from something or change something up or whatever, I'm almost getting like this, hey, like look back at things that you have left behind that led you to this, okay? So because like it can be even better, all right? It's like if you do this again, you can continue to level up because the Four of Pentacles is a leveled up, right? So it's like, okay, look back and think about what led you to this first level up, because you know, like the Seven of Pentacles, you know, that's gonna lead you to the 8 and the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Pentacles, you know, and like, you know, and more and more and more, right? Like this is only the first of the level ups over here until you get to be over here in your Queen of Pentacles energy, right? So that's kind of a little bit of the discomfort, or not discomfort, but like the outside of the box thinking that you need to do here, because you do have you know, you wanting over here to charge forward, you're being asked to like act, all right, to welcome in this change, to move forward. There are things for some of you, I mean, that you need to release, okay? Like, and this could be bad habits. I'm gonna just mention a couple of things that are popping up you know, with this energy over here, like checking your spending, like financial resources over here. I'm also getting, I mean, for some of you, like like bad habits around love slash lust, or bad habits around money. But really the dominant energy that I'm getting is work. Okay, like, is work keeping you tied down, right? Like this material, the materialness over here, right? That's an energy of like, you know, are you being overworked, right? Is like the work that you do keeping you from feeling fulfilled? Like, are you trying to move on from this job into something new, but you feel trapped or you feel stuck, you know, like that kind of energy. Like, you're being asked to release the things that are not working for you, and actually work hard toward the things that are going to make you feel more fulfilled, more creative, okay? Because what I'm getting over here, because this is like your advice, is that exploring this little bit of creativity, right? Like this young creativity, like this, it doesn't have to be like this full on passion project or something. It could just be, you know, like something that's starting to spark you with this Page of Wands, you know, but to put some more energy into that, right? And that is what's gonna help you be over here in Queen of Pentacles energy, because I'm getting that that's what you want, right? Like that's what you've been working forward to. That's what you're trying to plant this little pentacle over here in this new beginning and work hard for, so that you can be this Queen of Pentacles, so that you can be in this Emperor energy, right? But it's like, you're not gonna be this queen or this emperor if you're over here hanging on to the, you know, the Four of Pentacles, right? So there's just like this risk-taking energy, right? Like I'm getting, you know, more of a work-life balance, more energy into your creativity over here. Allowing yourself to be playful is like something else that I'm getting, or allowing yourself to be creative and explore some of that, those passion projects, explore some of those things that are um not tied to work, that bring you joy just because they bring you joy, is another thing that I'm getting. Like that, there might be some answers in that for you here, which is actually pretty on par with Aquarius energy, okay? Like, you know, getting into creative projects here, okay? For some of you, it might be making connections around that, right? Like it could be like maybe taking a class or something, you know, just, you know, back to this messages energy over here. And I'm getting, right, like communicating. Oh yeah, and it was like learning too, right? So taking a class about something creative as well, okay? So yeah, like I'm getting, yeah, just kind of more of a work-life balance, and like thinking hard about how you're working hard, and like sorry, the message that I got was like you can't just work hard for the man, right? Like you have to work hard for yourself, all right? So like be in this Emperor energy for yourself, right? Not for your company, not for your like business, like not business, right? But like whoever it is that pays you, you know, pays you. If you're not unless you're like an independent person, you know, whatever, then still, you know, work hard for yourself, right? Like that's just what I'm getting, okay? Interesting. Yeah. Can I just share a little bit of a side message that I got here? It's not like that kind of reading. But sorry, some of you might have a relationship that needs communication, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that, okay? I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's not like that reading. But like if you're in a relationship, all right, side note over here, put a little love into it, okay? Like some love messages is what I'm getting, all right? Like there's this need for you guys to release some, you know, bad habits over here, so like, you know, and ultimately work hard toward each other, okay? I'm getting like some disconnects and things like that, but ultimately like you can be rekindled, okay? Sorry, I don't know, that was like a really random I don't know who needed to hear that. I'm sorry. Sorry about the interruption. It was just like staring at me, like, or the message was just like wanting to come out. All right, so the last part I'm asking about, what are the benefits? Okay, what are the benefits of you releasing these bad habits or having a work-life balance, or what are the benefits of you exploring your creativity and working on taking care of yourself and not just, like letting go of things that aren't, serving you over here. And like I said, I'm really getting like this work-life balance thing here. Okay, so benefits. Okay. Wow, I don't even know what to do with this. All right, so benefits here. You do have the Nine of Swords, you have the Three of Cups reversed, and the Two of Wands. All right. Yeah, okay, benefits. What I'm getting though is like, sorry, because like the Nine of Swords, I'm just like, what? How is that even? Okay, no. But yes, okay, look. The benefits of this is that you are going to be able to see, all right? Like as you release like the work stressors, or as you release the outside stressors, as you ask for support, as you kind of, I'm getting like get into community, like communicate, I'm getting find community with people that are actually supportive, right? Like letting go of, I'm getting letting go of bad friends over here with the Three of Cups being reversed. Like, I'm sorry, right? Like, but like letting go of people that are bringing you down, right? And actually surrounding yourself with people who are supportive, right? Like kind of, I'm getting this learn who your friends are energy. Anyway, like as you go through this journey, through this trajectory, like as you do this, like the good things that are going to happen is that like you're going to see how this was plaguing you, right? I'm getting almost like the sense of, like you're tunnel visioning. Like, does that make sense? like like getting this tunnel vision into like not seeing a way out, not seeing this new beginning that's waiting for you, like not seeing your strength as the Queen of Pentacles or the Emperor, not seeing your options over here with the Two of Wands, but like, as you kind of communicate, as you get out there, as you start working on things, you're going to recognize the angst that you were in that you might not even be feeling right now for some of you, okay? Like, that's the message that I got here, okay? I mean, yeah, benefits. I'm getting, finding out who your true friends are, not being so much in like overindulgence, but it's just, like being in a genuine community, all right? And this ability to explore, this ability to charge forward. Some of you might have to make a decision, and I'm getting that some of you are finally going to choose your passion. Some of you, sorry, my cat just woke up and she was like, yeah, so I think my category is okay. But sorry, it was like really, but yes, okay. Like some of you are gonna be like choosing your passion, you're gonna be exploring, like charging forward is like the world is gonna be in your hand, you're gonna be, really sorry, like, yep. You're gonna be just like going on, all right, moving on. But sorry, I just laughed a little bit because when I was like saying that, and I had like the image of you like just charging forward, and my cat just kind of like jumped out of the chair thing. And anyway, it was cute over here on this side, all right, on this end. Just, an energy of mobility, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with a message from the moon, the mother moon, our beautiful moon here, divine. All right, and I'm gonna, if I can find this fixed moon situation. Oh wow, that was actually pretty fast. Okay. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck. That could be well referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheel so that the events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers you a chance for some self-reflection. Okay, I don't know if that made sense to you. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know if it's just because I'm not here. I'm not like in the physical. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what I understood from this, okay? And then you can decide, you know, if it makes sense for you or not. But you know, we just with the hold your vision and then like the two decisions to make and things like that. You know, I am, yeah, you know, I'm getting the sense of like you have this, you know, you know, these from these two choices, right? Like one could lead you to like this whole new world of opportunities, if you allow yourself to, you know, like put yourself out there like that. Or for others, you know, it could just be, um you know, like if you resist the change, you know, like you know what's gonna happen. So like hold your vision, right? Like if your vision is, I don't know, I'm getting like your vision is the world, like as far as like your goals, your ideas, right? Like it could be like just literally exploring, right? Because he's holding the world right here, right? But like really think about what you want, right? And start charging forward to that, because like if you just kind of get stuck, then you might just be feeling stuck over here. And I mean, if you're happy with your Four of Pentacles, cool, but I'm not getting that you are, right? Like, it's like if you allow yourself to move on, you're going to be like, wow, I can have all of this. And I didn't realize it for so long, you know? So, I hope that made sense, pile number 3. Let me know, right? I appreciate any and all feedback. Thank you so much for being here, and, you know, good luck, you know, exploring the world and all that good stuff. Thank you.